They shackle you before you go to court. If you move, they'll be cutting into your wrist. And it feels like hot metal. It actually feels like somebody lit the cuffs on fire with a lighter.
The chain around your stomach is the worst part.
Even if you stole a cookie, you gotta go in front of the judge like that, shackled hands and feet, like you're a cold-blooded killer. You feel like you don't even have a fighting chance in the courtroom.
My name is Sky Goslin. I'm 20 years old. I was handcuffed and shackled when I was 12 years old.
It was the first time she'd set foot in a courtroom. She'd been charged with disorderly conduct, but missed the original juvenile court hearing because her mother misread the summons.
And so, for missing it, I got handcuffed and shackled like I was a dog. It just made me feel like a crazed criminal.
Sky is one of an estimated 100,000 children who were indiscriminately shackled every year until a movement to stop the practice started picking up steam. Only a handful of jurisdictions had eliminated the routine use of restraints on juveniles when an anti-shackling statute was introduced in South Carolina in 2013. But the legislation languished, so the South Carolina bar stepped up, adopting a resolution urging the General Assembly to ban blanket shackling. And a few months later, it sailed through the State House without a single dissenting vote.
So I said to myself and some other folks, why don't we take this national?
With the help of the ABA Criminal Justice Section, the National Juvenile Defender Center, and other advocacy groups, that's exactly what this South Carolina delegate did.
People in this country look to us for leadership about how to run courtrooms according people who are brought to the bar, no matter who they are or what they've done, with dignity and respect. That's the hallmark of American jurisprudence. I ask you to continue to exercise leadership on this issue and signal to the nation's courts that people are to be treated with dignity and respect, including the youngest.
The automatic shackling of juveniles is a national scandal.
They ought not to be shackled unless it's necessary, unless there's no other way to assure that the judicial proceedings are kept safe and that the juvenile won't escape.
It's not only contrary to law, but it also interferes with the attorney-client relationship. It chills the notion of fairness and due process. It undermines the presumption of innocence, and it's contrary to the rehabilitative ideals of the juvenile court.
Every juvenile in America is entitled to the same human dignity as every adult in America. And there's not a court in this country that can justify routinely dragging juveniles before them in shackles to send them a message somehow that they need to be taught a lesson.
It's wrong, it's contrary to law, it's contrary to civil and human rights, and it ought to be stopped.
Long ago, this country should have stopped it, and we're asking you to adopt policy that would say, stop it today.
All those in favor of adopting 107A as revised, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
No.
The ayes have it.
6 months after it became ABA policy, other jurisdictions followed suit. And today, 31 states and the District of Columbia have laws or policies prohibiting the indiscriminate shackling that traumatized Sky Gosling.
Even to this day, I still think about that moment. It just made me think of like, oh, maybe I am a criminal. Maybe I do deserve this. You're gonna end up in jail.
And that's where she might have ended up had it not been for the Juvenile Justice Clinic at the University of Maine School of Law.
A law student saved my life. She cared about me and cared what I thought. She treated me like a human, and she treated me like I was worth something.
That law student enlisted Sky in the clinic's campaign to stop the barbaric practice.
I got to testify in front of the Maine legislature. I had the opportunity to be able to tell them about my shackling experience, and I just continue doing that because I think it's important to hear kids' stories. They don't understand me. I am now involved in a group called Maine Inside Out, and we work with restorative justice for teenagers like me. We work with at-risk youth who are either incarcerated now or have been, and we take their experiences that they've had in the system or in life, and we make plays. It's just opened up opportunities that I never saw myself being able to have. I just want to say I'm especially thankful to the American Bar Association for taking the time to help change this law and help kids like me.
It reinforced just how relevant the American Bar Association is. And I hope that our American Bar Association House of Delegates will take heart that indeed what they do in those long Monday and Tuesday meetings has real influence and gets results.
I plan on going back to college and going to law school so I can just continue fighting for what I believe in.